Hello everyone, all hope you had a very much quite have a wonderful, blessed, great morning indeed, guys, as well as you are. Despite that today, guys, it's like literally as in is it like it feels like it's literally a bit colder, like literally superly a bit colder as well. But either way guys, the weather is still beautiful and also quite is still fine. But the gardening people are quietly here as well. So I don't know if they're gonna do the actual thing. So universe is quietly inside the house with me as well. So yeah, just for you guys to exactly know that as well. But despite that, guys, I am so superly proudly grateful for you guys' support and for you guys exactly watching and also viewing my entire episodes, my entire episodes, which completely as well means a lot to me as well, which completely as well means a lot to me that I am so superly grateful for. That I am so superly grateful for as well, guys. So thank you for your guys' support and for all of it as well means completely a lot to me as well. So that I'm truly very much quietly grateful and also truly very much quietly thankful for. Despite that, guys, please try to persuade as many people as you can to subscribe to my channel in below yours channel in YouTube and as well in TikTok would gratefully mean a lot to me. But as I said before, guys, your support still tremendously means a lot to me that I am supremely grateful for, and I'll forever be grateful for it as well. As long as I keep going, and as long as I keep going, you guys also do the same. Keep pushing and keep pushing and keep doing everything else in your power to making sure that your dreams or your goals, whatever it is that you guys are doing, must also succeed as well. But nevertheless, guys, stay strong and stay blessed. Have a great blessed day and love yourself and keep pushing. On today's episode, where to speak about the most powerful supervillain, ancient supervillain, an anti-hero known as the Dark King, who is after all the founder and the leader of a powerful ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Founders, with the sole goal and purpose of controlling humanity and conquering the known universe and the rest of the sacred 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 great nations of sacred society, and by controlling humanity and the entire solar system, that by doing so they control the actual conflicts and wars from behind the scenes, meaning that these are powerful, dangerous, shadowy masterminds, and the Dark King is a founder and leader of this powerful ancient criminal organization that has been formed for many centuries and for many decades. He's very immortal and very powerful, very highly strategic and very highly good in battle, very highly good in battle tactician, very much quietly good in operating within the shadows with the other members of the Founders. He's very ruthless, but he's also very ancient and very powerful and dangerous, has a dark ambition for universal domination and for world domination for the entire human society and for the rest of the supernatural society and for the rest of the sacred world society and for the rest of the sacred great nation society and the other alien sister worlds and planets as well, to which he has a long-term plan and a long-term mission as well. So with that being said, let us proceed. On the great ancient times, on the great ancient times, on the great ancient times of the great ancient times, the Dark King was known by many aliases, as in literally known by many thousands aliases, as the known king, or as the unknown king, or as the sinister king, or as the formidable king, or as the marveled force king, due to his darkest reputation of all. His origin and his history is a complete mystery as well. The Dark King was, after all, a powerful, great supernatural force of evil who ruled his many ancient Marvel Force kingdom for many thousands of centuries, until a huge brigade of asteroid completely destroyed it and ravaged it, completely destroyed and ravaged his whole entire planet and world, where the rest of his people, or the rest of his civilization, of his species, were completely wiped out during the aftermath, when the asteroids completely wiped them out as well. In the process, the Dark King's power and his dormant super gene began awakening and began highly evolving and adapting. That in doing so, in theory, increased his power and increased his immortality rate and his long supernatural gifted abilities as well, in extending his natural lifespan in the process, Through that end, the Dark King discovered that his people can also adapt and evolve, so he decided it's best for him to proceed his own ancient goals in controlling sacred society and the entire sacred universe's history for his own ancient goal and for his own ancient long-term plans and goal. Throughout sacred history, the Dark King has managed to fight many ancient civilized battles and wars that literally concern the living creatures of the supernaturals and the living monsters of the entire sacred natural world as well, to where he completely, literally intervened from both sizes and from all sizes. He was known as the great orderly king during the great century, as maintaining the peace between the other creatures and the other supernaturals, when he managed to make a powerful ancient deal with the chief, with the great leader of the monsters, to where he and the leader of the monsters will soon reclaim the both control of the natural world by removing the control and the grip of the Shadow Empire, to which will benefit them crucially. Over the following centuries, the Dark King has been known by many mysterious aliases, as he conquered many ocean worlds and planets by literally slaughtering and enslaving many magical creatures and by fighting many villainous forces of evil, to which he manages to completely destroy and take him down. Through that end, the Dark King manages to rise through the occasion as he encountered a powerful, dark, magical, ancient, livable entity known as Dark Witch Boy, to which he knew that his powers and his greater dark magical abilities would be needed for his long-term plans and goals. Through that end, he exactly offered him a place through his ancient organization, to which the Dark Witch Boy was quietly taken aback at the proposition, but he gladly accepted the proposition to join forces with the most powerful ancient anti-hero, to which he realized that his goals will be able to be bearing fruit one way or the other. On the ancient golden years of the sacred of the golden universe, the Dark King manages to meet up with Dark Grey, who is another powerful anti-hero. Together, both of them fought up against the golden monsters that were trying to take over the entire golden universe. Through that end, the entire ancient secret society was formed, known as the Founders, with the sole goal and purpose of controlling and manipulating events, wars, battles from behind the scenes, to furthering their own plans and their own goals, with the two founders known as Dark Grey and known as the Dark King. Together, Dark Grey and the Dark King understood that the organization and the ancient organization they formed would begin to solidify its true reputation and its true goal and its true perspectivity as well. To that end, the Dark King began his true goals and began his true mission. For many several decades and centuries, the Dark King has remained under the shadows of the entire sacred society's histories and wars and conflicts during the Cultured War, to which he was able to manipulate to his own advantages by telling the forces of the other sacred great nations to manipulating in order for them to getting the ancient substance of the great resourceful material known as Cultured, for them to actually possess it, to which he knew gratefully that he needed it to execute his sinister primordial plans. But that was quietly thwarted when the Four Nation Hunters intervened and took a place in order to thwarting the war's true best interest as well in the process. Regardless of this, the Dark King did not exactly stop from the Cultured War. He managed to manipulating thousands of wars and battles throughout sacred history, remaining unknown and remaining an unknown, mysterious, shadowy mastermind as well in the actual process as well. Despite this, the mighty Dark King continued his dark pursuit of power and control, as he remained throughout the entire history, as he remained throughout the entire sacred history as an unknown force of evil. Within the closest centuries, the Dark King manages to enter the dark dimension in order to seeking a powerful ancient crystal of a weapon known as the Red Crystals, to pursuing his dark mission and goal in order to solidify his goals and his pursuit, to which he was able to require and to which was able to also to obtain as well. He made a powerful deal with the goddess of destruction known as Sosai, offering her the power for her to destroy humanity whenever the time would come. And whenever the time would draw near, he and the other members of his organization will open up the portal from the mortal physical plane so that she can enter the physical plane of mankind and lay waste to the entire human city with her monsters and with her children who are her monsters, to which Sosai gladly accepted the proposition as well. Near to the great years, the Dark King exactly realizes that ever since the United Heroes were formed as a powerful group of superhero organization, that they would exactly threaten his plans and his long-term plans. To that end, he decided it's time to extending invitations to the most powerful, dangerous, elite super criminals of the entire known universe, and some who reside on humanity, while the others reside throughout sacred society, such as Mr. X, Dark Witch Boy, Queen Ivy, No Face, such as Dark Witch Boy, Queen Ivy, No Face, and Silver Face as well, as well as the other mysterious associates and members who become known as the founders, in order to utilizing their expertise and their talents for his long-term plans and goals in the process for universal domination and for world domination and for sacred domination and for the sacred natural world's domination, in order for him to gain control of everything that he might be able to exactly place his grip and his sole control over. On the actual day of the ninth of January, the Dark King was quietly present during a video audience as the mighty Dark Druid exactly told the members of the founders that they couldn't exactly successfully succeed in securing the technology due to the heroes' interference as well. Queen Ivy exactly reassured her servant that everything is going according to plan, because they now have managed to get the transportation portaling device able to work in their own way, and that their partner will be able to sending and transmitting more technology from the other side, to which the other members of the founders seemed very unlikely pleased of that as well. On the actual 15th of January, the Dark King was quietly present during the video audience where their greatest enforcer, known as Ghostmaster, exactly told them that due to the interference of the universal heroes who managed to interfere a batch of the great serum, who manages to interfere the dark deal with the other cult of snakes, that they couldn't able to secure enough of the serum batches, but he was able to secure enough of it in order for them to exactly make an alteration with the serum of shadow energy, and by combining it as well. The Dark King exactly stated to Ghostmaster that these heroes are becoming now the number one enemy, and that their sole activity and mission is for them to personally wipe them out for good. On the actual 27th, the members of the founders hosted another video audience with the mighty Black Sport, who actually told them that he couldn't personally secure the magical crystal that was quietly kept in the underwater worlds of the kingdom, due to the interference of the mighty universal water heroes, were able to stop him from securing his sole activity as well. Despite this, the other members of the founders exactly told Black Sport that everything is going according to plan, that their plans will successfully begin to solidify as well. On the predicament of the 10th of February, the members of the mighty founders hosted a video audience, as well as the enforcer and another associate of the organization brought a suitcase due to them representing them the crystal that has representing the crystal that successfully manages to regenerate due to the battle being destroyed by when Blacksport was trying to achieve it against the mighty universal water heroes, to which the other members of the founders exactly stated that now their plans can begin to start taking place as well. On the 18th of February, the mighty Dark King was literally sent on a mission to act on the behalf of another supervillain, in order for him to make sure that his goals and his plans will definitely work for the founders, to which he personally agreed that he will execute the mission himself as well, to which he fought up against a great battle, against Shadow Boy, who was trying to literally secure a bag of great golden crystals that were literally meant to be transported to the golden mines of the entire sacred countries of the entire sacred countries of the sacred great nation, to which the Dark King manages to exactly hold him and manages to try to exactly as much as possible as he can in order to distract him before the delivery time exactly ran out. But Shadow Boy realized that his time was quite been wasted, and he thought it is best that he exactly be drawn. But the Dark King exactly stated that the distraction exactly paved a way for its true motivation, which means in other words, the plan successfully worked to its true beneficial as well. On the actual 20th of March, the mighty Dark King completely entered the United Heroes central headquarters of the asteroid base within space, that is quietly orbiting within space, and exactly told the former member of the United Hero that he was indeed the traitor, and that he was exactly helping the founders achieve the sole control over the members of the United Heroes as well, to which he disappeared, and the mighty Dark King and Dark Grey completely stared on the planet and bask on the planet as the sun of the world began exactly dawning down as well. On the 21 of March, Dark Grey and the mighty Dark King began explaining their motives to the members of the United Heroes, stating to them that their plans and their goals could never successfully able to bear fruit without the mighty helping of the Universal Heroes, exactly solidifying that their goals and their plans were meant for universal domination, and they were meant for great world domination, to controlling human society, which in theory was quietly forcing him and his enlightened colleagues to come out from the shadows in order for them to taking control over humanity and the rest of sacred society in the process as well. On that very much predicament of the day, the members of the Universal Heroes and the members of the Sacred Team manages to liberate and cure the members of the United Heroes from being mind controlled by a powerful mind device, to which the Dark King exactly told the Dark Witch Boy that their plans exactly worked, but they still need these heroes for the next soul activity of Phase 3 and of Phase 2 in order for the plans to begin solidified, to which Dark Witch Boy, he definitely agreed, and so did Dark Grey, to which he opened up a portal and teleported them away completely as well. On the actual 9th of April, the mighty Dark King held up a video conference with the members of the founders, congratulating Black Sport and his great work and his great commitment, stated to him that they made the right decision and the right choice in making him the great best asset for the organization. And he also exactly congratulated him that he's officially the member of the founders as well. On the actual 12th of April, the mighty Black Sport summoned the members of the founders to a video audience, and exactly to welcoming Rex into the full ranks, as the other member of the founders, known as Master Bond, exactly told Rex that they officially welcome him into the ranks of the founders, and that they're hereby to willing to share their ultimate plans and their darkest plans for human society and for the rest of sacred society, to which they exactly specifically told him that it's time for him to meet their greatest and most powerful partner, who's been secretly helping them as well. On the actual 15th of April, Dark King arbitrated a meeting between the members of the founders and a meeting with Ghost Master as well, to which Ghost Master exactly told the mighty Dark King that his reputation has quietly taken a huge knock since the member of the other members of the Universal Heroes manages to kill his daughter and try to exactly killing him, to which he requires a full payment due to his services and being highly loyal as well. The Dark King quietly agreed that the members of the founders do share a piece of do share a piece of his soul, loss of his loss, but the death of Rex cannot be altered to his favor. To which exactly Ghostmaster went to extreme measures to showing his former masters that he's hereby no longer interested in peace negotiations, and thought that it's best that he attack his former masters, as he actually threw a powerful disc. The newest enforcer known as Windmaster appeared as known exactly as Windmaster. I don't know exactly who he is, but I'll exactly try to find out exactly precisely who he is as well. As he appears from behind, and Ghostmaster exactly told the mighty Darking and Dark Grey that they managed to find a replacement for him soon as possible. As the Darking told Ghostmaster that they definitely found a replacement for him. Wasn't that much harder or quickly, as he left the entire cave of the mountain and literally blowed up and left through his helicopter as well. On the precise actual 25 of June, the mighty Darking attended a meeting of the mighty United Heroes who were quietly on trial against the listening to the mighty Galaxy Council of all the aliens, stated to them the attack and all of that as well. To which he manages to pursue the alien conqueror by telling him that if the unknown alien organization known as a Harlequin Corps fully gains control of humanity, and by using the supernatural army, by using the supernaturals and the superhuman army and aliens army in order for them to turn them against the entire population, they will become too powerful and too dangerous for them not to be matched and to be undermined. To which the alien conqueror agreed that it's time for him to take measures to himself in order to deal with the threat personally as well. To which the Dark King completely smiled within the shadows of the courtroom, while by sitting behind from the shadows of the courtroom as well, of the entire alien trial of the mighty United Heroes as well. On the actual 26th of July, the Dark King and the members of the representative of the founders manages to actually precisely held up a summit with their greatest partners known as a Harlequin Corps, to which a Harlequin Corps also formed an alliance with another ancient secret society of supervillains known as a Court of Nature, to which the members of the Harlequin Corps exactly extended their grievances to the members of the founders, to which the Dark King exactly told the members of the Harlequin Corps that the founders did everything they can in their power and in their full capacity to containing the situation, but the aliens mysteriously failed so badly in containing the aftermath and the outcome of the situation that the Universal Heroes and the rest of the allies manages to completely neutralize the chaos and the mess that they mysteriously created on their own defeats as well, to which they all completely agreed. The summit quietly took a huge dark turn when the members of the Universal Heroes began to actually show that they were actually pitting the bad guys against each other and revealing the bad guys' true motives, as Rex exactly told the members of the founders and the members of the Harlequin Corps and the members of the Shadow Empire that they were all being played by the founders, and that the founders were using them to furthering their ultimate goal and plans for their own sinister goals for sole control over humanity and the entire solar system and the rest of sacred society. To which the representative of the Harlequin Corps and the representative of the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders exactly stated that they have now hereby breached the sighting of wars, as the members of the Universal Heroes exactly reappear from all sides and everything else. The Dark King exactly stated to the members of the Universal Heroes that the founders are very highly ready, and they've always been ready to facing up against the members of the Universal Heroes, to which the time exactly came as well. To that end, the cave began shutting down as the assassins of the Order of Darkness began coming from the top of the entire cave, and the Dark King exactly stated to him that he has had enough of the interference and he has quietly gone far badly enough that it's time for them to suffer the consequences of their own interference as well. To which the Dark King and the other members of the Universal Heroes and all the representatives began fighting, which created a chaos within the summit itself as well, as the Dark King exactly stated that he made a big mistake underestimating the members of the Universal Heroes, to which it would not happen again. To that end, he summoned Dark Witch Boy to summon a portal, to which he and him escaped, while the other members of the founders completely exactly left to deal with the aftermath of the summit as well. On that precise day, the Dark King entered throughout the ship. The Dark King entered throughout the most powerful, biggest, highly indestructible mothership of the alien warlord conqueror, to which he manages to proceed and took control of it and manages to turn the entire ship around and left the solar system. On that very day, on the 26th of July, the Dark King exactly arbitrated a meeting, projected a powerful holographic hologram on the screens of all the other alien worlds and civilizations, stated to them that the sacred universe and the rest of sacred society must not be touched by any alien incursion or invasions. Otherwise, this will be a breach of war, and that they will all suffer the consequences. The members of the United Heroes were quietly freed from their trial, exactly begin to question themselves, how will the Dark King be able to backfire the threat? While 2 minutes later ago, a huge, powerful, indestructible mothership with highly unsubstantial destructive technology appeared from the planet's radar's orbit, and exactly the other member exactly stated that's exactly how he was willing to do it as well. On that very precise day, the Dark King completely entered the portal to the Silver Knight, as he stated to his long mysterious colleague and partner of the founders that it was indeed that their friendship and that their partnership still remains, as they shook hands like this, and so did the Silver Knight as well. On the actual precise day of the 22 of August, the Dark King completely remained throughout his dark, destroyed planet and world, as one of his sons exactly told him that an alien armada is approaching the entire sacred universe, to which he decided it's best to take measures on his own once and for all as well, to which he gladly did as well. On that end, he completely waged war with the alien armada that was trying to breach into the sacred universes, to the sacred universes borders, and to the sacred universes borders, and also borders, and also borders, and also borders and worlds, to which he quietly decided to comply with Silver Knight's resources in order for him to asking for Silver Knight's resources, and also for his grateful resources, to which Silver Knight completely agreed that due to their partnership, he would gladly supply the Dark King with more endless resources. He defeated the entire alien armada, and he manages to lay waste to all of them, as he stated to his sons that the victory of the founders remains the same, and the partnership and the alliance of the founders and of the Silver Knight still manages to remain the same as well. On the actual 15th of September, the Dark King completely exactly attended a meeting of the founders in an ancient dark crystal temple, to where they all convened, where Queen Ivy exactly stated that both of their situations need to be taken care of with precise, delicate care, as she told him that she has overconfidence that the greatest enforcer will deal with the other matter, and that the other matter will be precisely dealt with, as the Dark King exactly stated to Queen Ivy that the situation will definitely be taken care of as well. On the 16th of September, the members of the founders reconvene in a dark crystal temple, as Queen Ivy was able to tell the members of the founders that they managed to study the situation perfectly the way it is, and the Dark King was able to tell the members of the founders that it would not be good for them to repeating the same mistakes and the same failures, since they learned the hard way that the members of the Universal Heroes are not meant to be taken lightly, and they are forced to learn that they're not meant to be underestimated again. To which elderly Granny reappeared and exactly stated to the members of the founders that she has a plan in mind to deal with the mighty Universal Heroes, to which she will exactly deal with them perfectly, as the other members seemed vengefully reassured about that as well. On the actual 15th of January, the Dark King held up a video conference with the members of the founders, as elderly Granny explains her recent actions with the members of the mighty Universal Heroes, said to them that she manages to exactly try to subdue them, but her plans and her mission will definitely solidify as well, as the Dark King seemed completely uncertain about that and very much quietly unsure about that as well. On the actual precise day of the 16th of March, the Dark King exactly attended a video audience, as Mr. X explained the situation to the members of the founders, that their planning and their goals will definitely begin to bear fruit, as which they will soon be able to work in their favors, as the Dark King exactly seemed sure that their planning must proceed as well. On the aftermath of the attack, that the members of the Universal Heroes manages to completely neutralizing the threat and that the spy has been exposed. Mr. X exactly told the Dark King when they exactly attended a video conference on the central headquarters of the Founders, where he completely told the Dark King that their plans completely worked out with ease and they were able to backfire to their own advantages. As the Dark King exactly reassured the members of the Founders that their partnership with the Silver Knight still remains the same and that their goals will be heavily to be looking after, since they all share a common interest and a common goal. As he stated to the other members of the Founders that their top interest and their top plan is for them to make sure that they have full control over humanity and everything else. Now that the oldest member has now been replaced, but the newest member said to them that they are now fully welcoming him inside their full ranks, to which the newest member gladly thanked the members of the Founders that he was able to give his expertise and providing his talents to the organization, as the other members of the Founders exactly stated to him that they very much quite appreciate his services and that they hereby will always be appreciated, and that elderly Granny has been thwarted and that her plans have been dealt with. Their plans can begin taking place as well. On the actual precise day of May, the Dark King completely set on the entire throne of the Abyss, as Darkwish Boy exactly appeared to telling him that the plans and everything else have been successfully been arranged the way they're supposed to be. All they need to do is improvise and come up with a better plan and with a better way in order to making sure that the Founders' goal and their mission were able to bear fruit, as the Dark King exactly reassured Wish Boy that he has a situation perfectly under control as well. On the precise of the day of November, on the 15th of November, the Dark King completely stared at the landscape of his destroyed world and planet, where the sun never exactly rises, with two suns that were completely exactly on the sky, where his oldest associate exactly arrived and told him that the planning and everything else is quietly back in motion and that everything else is ready to take place. As he shook hands with his greatest associate and exactly told him that the two organizations will be able to complete their goals and their mission as well. On the actual 10th of December, the Dark King completely entered the Silver Knight's home world and planet and exactly told him that the partnership with the Founders and him still remains the same and it still remains intact, as Silver Knight exactly told the Dark King that his civilization and his empire is at his disposal as well, as the Dark King seemed precisely straight about that. On the 8th of January, the Dark King held up a video conference with the members of the Founders, telling them that everything else now is in order and it's time for them to begin the actual solidarity of their mission and the solidarity of their mission and the subjectivity of their goal as well. Despite this, guys, the Dark King is very ancient, very powerful, very dangerous, very highly lethal, skillful in the power of hand-to-hand combat, marksmanship, super strategist and super tactician, highly immortal due to his own gravity. He believes that he and the Founders are destined to rule the entire society of humanity and the rest of the known universe and the rest of the known universe and the rest of the sacred universe and the rest of the entire sacred great nation. He's very good with the power of being able to remain patient and very highly vigilant with his goals. He's learned the hard way not to underestimate the Universal Heroes or the members of the United Heroes, as he's learned to taking different approachable actions and ways not to taking the threat very lightly. He's very highly good in studying the situation, very good in quietly remaining patient and highly undetectable with the power of stealth and with the power of disappearing and reappearing at will. He's very immortal, very ancient, has lived for many thousands of centuries and years, and he's able to learn he's able to learn many tricks or to remaining highly patient and highly very greatly to his goal and to his mission. He's very highly resourceful, highly dark and highly sinister, forming formidable alliances, one of the most dangerous, powerful elite, forming the most dangerous, powerful elite, super criminals, super dangerous and criminals, in order to using their resources and their expertise to furthering his ultimate goals and his plans to controlling human society and the sacred natural world at will. He's very good with these tactician and super strategist roles, and also maintaining his individual bases of operation, such as well as his central headquarters, which is a huge entire dark world of a mountain, to which houses his video audience monitors, to where he can speak with the members of the Founders as well. He's very loyal to the members of the Founders, and he respects each member of the organization, as he's shown to have a great deal of respecting the members' abilities and their full talent, as he shares a personal personal connection with Mr. X, since that the two of them share common interests and a common goal as well. Despite this, the Dark King is very highly patient with these goals, very highly removable, highly skillful with an army of fleets, of battle cruisers at his disposal, very highly immortal, very good with super strategist, tactician, stealth, camouflage, disappearing, reappearing, swordsmanship, marksmanship, also with the great power of super agility, super limping, the power of great super agility, and the power of great regenerative healing powers, memory duplication, to which he can exactly maintain his memory powers as well at will. Very good in controlling many thousands of battle cruisers, forming formidable alliances with one of the most dangerous Shadow Empire warlords and his ancient, powerful, longest, mysterious colleague known as the Silver Knight, realizing that his services are needed for his ultimate goals and plan. The two have managed to join forces, and is also very quietly good in forming formidable alliances with one of the most powerful shadowy elite criminals who are willing to join forces with the founders as remaining as a shadowy associate. He's very immortal, ancient, powerful, good with long gravity, yet believing that he's destined to controlling human society and the sacred world and the other creatures of sacred society and the other rest of the creatures of the sacred great nation, willing to wait that long to making sure that his plans are willing to bear fruit. But he knows very well that the universal heroes are needed for his plans to successfully able to bear fruit, to which he doesn't take extreme measures not to get them killed, or to either to try to purposely exactly wipe them out as well. Very good in maintaining his individual bases and hideouts that are quietly scattered across humanity, across human civilization, especially within the sacred great nation's world's borders, as well as his central headquarters, which after all is his home planet of his home world, which has 3 or 4 suns, to which the suns never go down, they always stay up, which houses his central headquarters, to where he can able to speak with the members of the founders in the video audience monitors. But he's very good with his power of remaining patient, highly ruthlessness. He does love his sons. He has 3 children, 2 sons and 1 daughter, to which he shows them great love, and he teaches them the power. He teaches them the great powers of respect and how to use their abilities and the unique talents as well. But despite that, he's very patient, clever, super strategist, highly 12th level intellect, highly intelligent, very well known to wait for his goals and mission to bear fruit, and knows that the threat cannot be underestimated as well. Highly loyal to the Shadow Empire warlords, to the others, but not to some of them, to which they provide the founders with destructive technology, to their operatives and to their forces as well, in order for them to further their goals and their mission as well. Well, that's it for today. That's it for today's episode, guys. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday on a different time. Either way, I appreciate your support and I love it. Please like and subscribe to Billy Yours channel in YouTube and also in TikTok. I would really love that. But either way, guys, have a blessed day and have a great day. Today's episode was the Dark King, who's a super villain and a founder and a leader of the founders, to which they have an evil agenda and an ultimate purpose and an ultimate dark purpose of controlling human society and the rest of sacred society to furthering their own goals and their own mission. He's very mortal, ancient, powerful anti-hero, very resourceful, possesses a fleet and numbers of thousands of battle cruisers at his disposal, proving that he's ancient at will and very powerful at will, sharing a long-time partnership with Dark Grey, since the two of them are the founding members and leaders of the founders as well. Well, that's it for today's guys episode. Like and subscribe. Appreciate your support. Love you and take care. Bye.